Whether you're new to health insurance or want to brush up on what you know, you've come to the right place. The more you know about health insurance, the easier it is to make decisions about your health and save money on your care. Let's get started. Health insurance helps you pay for the medical care you receive. Having coverage helps you get care to stay healthy. It also helps you save money on care when you're sick or injured. Your health plan helps pay for your doctor's visits, hospital visits, prescription drugs, and more. Everyone will need to use the healthcare system at some point, whether for routine care or emergency services. Health insurance protects you from paying the full price of that care. Once you've enrolled in a health plan, you and your health insurance company will work together to pay for things like doctor or emergency room visits, prescription medications, yearly vaccinations, and checkups. This is called cost sharing. There are other terms you'll need to know when choosing a health plan. Let's review some of the most important ones. The first is a premium. A premium is the amount that you must pay each month to your health insurance company for your health plan. You have to pay your premium each month to keep your health coverage active so it can help with your medical bills and other healthcare expenses. You may qualify for help paying your monthly bill. This kind of financial help is called a subsidy or a premium tax credit. The subsidy helps make your plan more affordable. Most people choose to use their subsidy to pay their monthly bill, which lowers the amount you have to pay each month. Some people qualify for enough financial help to pay for their entire monthly premium, and they have no monthly payments. Once you have a health plan, there are a few different terms that explain how and when you need to pay. Your deductible is the amount of money you pay for some doctor's visits, prescriptions, and other health services before your health plan starts covering part of your bills. After you've paid your deductible, the amount you pay for your healthcare services typically gets smaller. There are some healthcare services your insurance company pays for even if you have not met your deductible, such as yearly checkups, vaccinations, many cancer screenings, and blood work. These preventative services are available each year at no extra cost to you. Your insurance company may offer certain services at no out-of-pocket cost. Out-of-pocket costs are the portion of a doctor's visit or prescription that you pay. They're also called copays and coinsurance. Here's how copays and coinsurance work. Let's say you've met your deductible. The next time you visit the doctor, instead of paying full price for the visit, you'll pay a copay instead. This is a flat fee you pay for your care after you've met your deductible. If your health plan has a $25 copay for visits to a primary care doctor, that's the flat fee you'll pay for each primary care visit. You may also have to pay coinsurance. Instead of a flat fee, like a copay, coinsurance is a percentage of your total bill. For example, if your health plan requires 20% coinsurance for visits to a primary care doctor, that's the percentage you'll pay. Your health plan will pay the remaining 80%. So, if your bill is $100, you'd pay 20% of that, or $20. And your health plan would pay the remaining 80%, or $80 for services your plan covers. Why is this important? Because your plan will also have what's called an out-of-pocket maximum. This is the most you'll pay each year for covered medical services. For example, your plan might have an out-of-pocket maximum of $4,000. That means once you've paid your out-of-pocket maximum, in this case, $4,000, for healthcare services, your health insurance company begins paying 100% of your covered medical services for the rest of the year. You have no additional costs. Your health plan also decides what typical costs should be for your care. This is called an allowed amount. Your health plan will only pay this amount for your care. That brings us to the next two terms you'll want to remember: in-network and out-of-network. In-network doctors have an agreement with your health insurance company to provide care. These doctors have also agreed to the amounts your insurance will pay for your care and services. Out-of-network doctors do not have an agreement with your insurance company. Depending on your plan, this doesn't mean you can't see a doctor who's considered out-of-network, but it does mean you'll likely pay more for those services if you do. When you see a doctor in your plan's network, your doctor won't charge more than your health plan will pay, the allowed amount. But if you see an out-of-network doctor, they may charge more, and you may have to pay the difference. Now that you're familiar with some common health insurance terms, Let's talk about the types of health insurance plans that are available. There are two main types of health plans: HMO plans and PPO plans. HMO plans often have lower monthly costs and a primary care doctor who helps you manage your care. With an HMO plan, your primary care doctor coordinates your care and helps guide you through the healthcare system. They'll refer you to other doctors or specialists when you need their care. With most HMO plans, you're only covered when you visit doctors in your plan's network. Services and visits considered out of network are generally not covered with this type of plan, unless it's an emergency. With PPO plans, you have more flexibility. This means you can visit in-network and out-of-network doctors, and you don't need a referral from your primary care doctor. But this often means PPO plans have a higher monthly cost and higher out-of-pocket costs for certain services. Now let's review how these plans are categorized. Health insurance plans are broken down into 4 metal levels: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. You'll find HMO plans and PPO plans in each of these levels, so you can choose a plan that works best for your needs and budget. Here's what makes these health plans different. Metal levels determine how you and your plan will split the costs for your health care. Generally, the higher metal levels, like gold or platinum, will also have higher premiums or monthly costs. But the amount you'll pay when you go to the doctor, fill a prescription, or go to the hospital will be less. You'll also generally have lower deductibles, copays, and coinsurance when you choose a higher metal level plan. With lower metal levels, like bronze and silver, you'll often have lower monthly costs, but you may have to pay more when you go to the doctor or fill out that prescription. That means your out-of-pocket costs will likely be higher. However, depending on your income, you may qualify for a special program that's only available on silver plans to lower your out-of-pocket costs. This means you'll save money on copays when you need to see your doctor. But remember, it's only available on silver plans, and your eligibility is determined by your income. Metal levels make it easier to compare health insurance plans, so you're getting the care you need at a price that works for you. Rest assured, the metal level you choose does not affect the quality of care you'll receive. It mainly affects how much your health insurance will cover when you need care. When selecting a health plan, cost is not the only factor to consider. Here are a few questions to keep in mind. Can I still go to the same doctor and hospital? What medications are covered? What pharmacies are in network? What special services are offered to help manage my health? What extra things are available with my plan? Selecting a health plan can feel overwhelming, but answering questions like these can help you make the best decision for you or your family. For extra help, including additional resources to help you get covered, visit getcoveredflorida.com.